Dobro utro, everyone. I'm very happy to be here in Sofia. Actually, it's my second time here. I was here 3 years ago, and this time for professional reasons. So I'm working for the European Festivals Association. I started there in 2020, and I don't know among you who knows already the European Festivals Association, because yesterday, during all the presentations, I noticed that some of you were also already using some of our labels, for example, the EFFE Label, or for example, Sofia Opera House was quoting Jan Bries, our president. So among you, are there people who don't know us at all? Everyone seems to know us, but anyways, I will give you a short explanation on what we're doing. So EFFE, so European Festivals Association, I will say EFFE because it's way shorter. We are a membership organization, and we have 100 members all over Europe, spread out over more than 40 countries. And I'm happy here to have some of our members represented. So we have the Bulgaria Festivals Association, who is a collective member. We have some 10, 12 collective members spread out all over Europe. And then we have also Varna Summer International Music Festival with Desislava here present. So it's a very old organization. We were founded in 1952, just after the World War II, because the idea was to have vectors of peace and reconciliation, and so the festivals are carrying this value. So our work is organized in different streamlines. So we do some networking, we do some sharing some information, and we have some services. We try to speak with one voice to be united, because festivals need it. It's often like a little bit the poor children among the cultural policies, because sometimes it's more spread out over artistic disciplines. So this is something we try to do. And we also try to work with festivals to develop them on the international level, so that they have an international network. Something also that I didn't mention yet, it's also advocacy, because we work really on the European level to say that festivals are important. And for example, in the past we had this EFFE Label and the EFFE Award, and actually in 2019 it was the Varna International Music Festival that received it. They received the Audience Award, so it was something very important. And we also organize training with the Festival Academy, but I will explain you this later. So here you have a little bit a quick listing of our main activities. Next to these ones, we are busy with many, many others. But I'm going to explain you, go through the most important ones. And I want to start with the Arts Festival Summit, which is actually our main activity. It's a 3 to 4 day event that happens every year, and every year in a different city. So each time it's one of our members that want to host this event, gathering 250 festival organizations, but also festival stakeholders like cities and region representatives, people from the business, some artists. And so all these people come together. So this is a picture of last year when we were on Usedom. It's an island in the northern part of Germany, but east, and so it's an island that is spread out through Germany and Poland. This year we're going to gather in Edinburgh, which is really the festival city par excellence, and next year we're going to be in Budva. So I really hope that maybe next year you would be able to join us, because here at Edinburgh it's already almost full, but I think Budva in Montenegro is pretty close, and probably easy even to go driving. So we hope to see many of you there. And here it's one of our projects named FestivalFinder. So among you, are some of your festivals already present on FestivalFinder? Maybe you can raise your hand if you are on FestivalFinder. All right, nice. So I see that there's some 5, 6 people. And among you, are some of you also holders of the EFFE label? All right. So one missing, so maybe you should apply for the EFFE label. So Festival Finder, it's the search engine for festivals. We have about 4,000 editions, festival editions registered on Festival Finder. And so the idea is that festivals, when they register there, they can be seen worldwide by audiences. So for example, me, when I'm going to a country, I'm going to check on Festival Finder to see like which festivals are happening during the days when I'm there. And so it's really a great tool to see what's happening on specific dates in specific countries or cities. And actually, it's also really international because it's covering 45 countries, so the countries of the European Union, but we also extend it to other European countries, so for example, from the Western Balkans, Ukraine, and then some other Creative Europe countries like Tunisia, Armenia. So actually, it's a tool where you can make some researches by different criteria. So for example, you can select a country, you can select festival dates, you can select what you're looking for and price, main audience in terms of age. So yeah, you see really different kind of things. And here I did a research before coming here when doing this presentation, and I entered Bulgaria. And so you see that there are some 80 festivals organizers that are found with upcoming dates. So yeah, I really encourage you to use this tool if you're not present yet and to register your festival. Because also what's interesting is that beyond being a B2B, B2C tool, so business to audiences, it's also a B2B, so a tool that we use more and more for festivals to be able to connect and to connect with festivals when you are working on international projects. So here you have an example of a festival, how the page is presented. So you have the festival dates, you have a short presentation, then you have some general information. And also you can go back to the previous editions. So you see it's in the little purple box. And so an interesting development that is going to come is we're going to, because you see it's a website and websites are very living tools, and so we're going to launch a new feature very soon. It's going to be with topics. So soon we are going to invite the festivals that are on Festival Finder to put their topic, and so this will allow festivals to search also by topic. For example, if you're looking for a partner on environmental sustainability, or a partner working on emerging artists, or a partner regarding inclusion. So this is going to be really, I think, something useful to come when you want to work with other colleagues in other countries or also in the same one. So this is another of our projects. It's the European Festival Fund for Emerging Artists. All right, well, the video, you can also see it on our YouTube channel. It was actually a very short teaser to show you a bit what EFFE looks like and the work of the emerging artists. So it's a fund that is directed to festivals to work hand in hand with emerging artists. It's also an interesting tool to allow these artists to develop their career on an international level, because the idea is that festivals work together and give some advice to the emerging artists so that they can improve their work and be more ready for the market. And as I said, it's also a way to cooperate between festivals. So the good news, because this is a European funded project, it's actually a platform project. We're just going to finish now the previous EFFE fund, and now we have been selected, and so we are sure that EFFE is going to be reconducted in the 4 upcoming years. So now we're finishing the 3rd year of the first project, and then in September we're starting immediately with the new one. So when the fund is going to be launched, there is a call, and we're going to select 50 residencies to support emerging artists. And so each residency, you have a leading festival, And this leading festival has to work with at least 2 partner festivals, festivals that are located in 2 different countries, and to support an emerging artist. And this artist can actually come from your own country. So if you're looking forward to support, for example, an emerging artist from Bulgaria, from one of your cities, this is, I think, really a perfect way to do it. So, as I said, there are different advantages to do this. So it's also to offer audiences new and surprising artworks, because when you speak about emerging artists, they take some risk, and it's interesting to see and to be confronted to this. And many things that I already mentioned, so I'm maybe not going to repeat myself too much. Here you have a picture of all the emerging artists that have been selected in call number 3. So you see all these little pictures, and they're doing really an amazing work. You can find on the EFFE website per call, so call 1, call 2, call 3, who were the artists selected, who are the festivals that have been partnering in this project. And to go a little bit deeper in what we're offering, financially also speaking. So among these 50 residencies, they're classified in 2 different groups. So the group number 1 is the EFFE Discovery Artist in Residence. And here it's more for very early career artists. So I would say it's rather for artists that are not very well known even in their own country. So this would allow them to be better known in their country, and why not already internationally. And so we give 40 grants of 8,000 euros to support these type of residencies. And then we have another type of residency, which is the Springboard Residency Artist. And this we give some 10 per year. It's also a bit more money because it's 15,000 euro that is given for this type of residency. And this is more for mid-career artists, so artists that would be known, for example, in Bulgaria, but that deserve to be known better on an international level. So we really encourage you to apply and give the chance to emerging artists to be better known. Here it's a bit to give you a feeling of EFFE in numbers. So you can see that in call number 3, we had 159 festivals that have been working together around these emerging artists. We have 57 artists that have been supported in total. So when we speak about artists, it's not only about individual artists, it can also be collectives, it can also be companies. So we really see this in the broad term. These festivals and artists come from 35 different countries, and they represent 18 artistic disciplines. So it's really very broad and open to all. Something else that is interesting maybe to say is that there's no limit in terms of age. Because I know sometimes when we speak about emerging artists, some organizations would only target young artists, but here we're really open to all emerging artists because we think that everyone can transform in being an artist one day or another. Here it's again another picture, and here it's of the EFFE Call 2. So the projects are selected by an international jury that you can find here. And this jury is really representing diverse in terms of countries, so geographic coverage, but then also in terms of artistic disciplines, so that we have something that is well balanced, also in terms of genres and in terms of age. And here are the EFFE platform members, so there are some 14 in total, and they are the ones helping us to reach out to the festivals, but also to artists so that they are aware of these calls. And by the way, the Bulgarian Festivals Association is for sure your local contact point when it comes to questions related to this, and I'm sure that Radostina has been disseminating the information widely among you. So I just wanted to point out some of the Bulgarian festivals that have been participating in the 3 EFFE calls. So here you have some names, and actually we see that, in call 2 there were quite a few, but I think there's really space for having more festivals participating in these EFFE residencies. And I'm happy to have with us Aerowaves, who has been selected in 2 different calls, because I think that it's always interesting to hear from people that have been participating in these type of projects, and so that they can share your experience. So Mira, if you would like to maybe speak a little bit about your experience and share it with the other people present here, it would be great. Maybe you can speak about, how you found this project, how you found the partners. Great, we have 2 micros. How you found your partners, and how it contributed to your festival and the emerging artists that you were following.
Hi everyone, I'm Mira from the Rida Dance Center. Art Link Foundation. We are organizing Airwaves in Sofia for 3 years already, the festival, and it is a festival for contemporary dance. The main idea of the festival is to present the best selection that our artistic director is doing from the Airwaves Dance Across Europe festival, and to bring the most interesting artists here in Sofia. How we learned about the fair? The first year when we applied, it was thanks to some of our foreign partners who invited us to be part of the project. And because our festival is taking place in usually this November or end of October, we joined this project, but it was planned already, so this period was absent. So we participated there during online meetings and discussions and talks with the artists that were selected to do residencies under this project in other countries. But for the next year, that was for us last year, we joined another team of partners, and Catarina and Tiago from Portugal have been in Sofia during Airwaves in Sofia, and they presented the product of their residency here during our festival, and this brings a lot of attention to their piece, because it was a short piece, which otherwise will not attract so many public, but when it is programmed within a festival, it is also good for the artists. And before being in Sofia, they've been in Zagreb, but after that, a month and a half later, they came in Sofia. So in Sofia, it wasn't just work in progress, but something like a pre-premiere of their new piece, and we hope that because they are really emerging artists, they are new names, they are very young, and we are sure that they will have a lot of awards and their career will be flourishing. They are very promising artists. And during their residencies here, also they are doing workshops for the Bulgarian dancers, and they're exchanging contacts, and we think that this is also an opportunity for them to establish contacts, to get to know the Bulgarian dance community better, and to be able to to think about collaborations and future projects in the future. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your experience. And I wonder also, how far have you been involved in, the writing of the application and maybe the reporting? And if you have been involved, maybe you want to say something about this? Because that's the thing, you have the lead, who is, I would say, like the festival, who is responsible, and then you have the partners, but I don't know if you have anything to say here.
The application is not so difficult. In our case, it was shared among the partners, so everyone could write in it and comment and suggest ideas also about the budget as well. And then about the reporting, we sent photos, videos, short information about what has happened to the leading partner. But the leading partner is the one that is submitting the report at the end.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing with the people present here. And we hope that you will apply as lead maybe next time, and for sure,
maybe next year.
And hope anyways that you are going to reapply for the next call. Just to go back to what we said about reporting and the application, we really try to make it as easy as possible because it's not a huge amount of money. So this has nothing to do compared to other European projects where it's like, not thousand, but hundred of pages to write. This is really easygoing, and I think this is one of the feeling that most of the festivals have been, the feedback that we have received. It's easy, so really try, take your chance and do it. To help you to find some partners, we organize also some info and networking sessions online. Here you have an example. And so the idea is that we have also after some breakout rooms where festivals can meet, for example, regarding regions or regarding artistic disciplines. So they build connections, because this is one of the things, the most complicated things from the feedback we heard, is to find partners in other countries. And then, on the EFFE website, we also share some stories about the EFFE residency. So it can also inspire you to see what's happening out there and see that, this can also apply to your festival. So there's going to be 4 calls upcoming, 1 call every year. And the next call is going to be open in September 2025. I think, I'm not sure about the dates yet, but it's going to be open for 2 months so that you have time to prepare your application, find your partners, and take the emerging artists under your wings. So now I'm going to present the EFFE Seal. So this is another working strand of EFFE. It's the work we do with the cities and the regions. So again, I have a video, so let's hope it's going to work. Sorry, I don't know. Really, technology can sometimes be very tricky. But so the EFFE Seal, it's a process. It's actually an invitation, a recognition, and a process for cities and regions to work hand in hand with their festivals, and to show also that they are culturally involved. So we have 29 cities and regions that have been signing this EFFE Seal so far. And so the major principles are to seal a closer collaboration between these actors, also to support arts festivals in the city, because I think festivals need their support, and cities and regions are often the actors that are closer to them, to also engage the cities with their festivals into conversations, because sometimes we notice that there's not always a connection between them, and encounters. And then also it's a way to create a structured dialogue platform. So we see that there are a lot of advantages coming from this EFFE Seal. So yeah, here you have some pictures of Edinburgh. It's a project that has been launched by 7 cities in different countries. So there's Ljubljana, Leeuwarden, Edinburgh, Belgrade. Yeah, I don't remember the other ones by heart. It was actually part of the video. And so here, what's interesting to see is why these cities have been interested in this. Like, what can they gain from it? So, for example, Leeuwarden was a European Capital of Culture in 2018, and the will was to work with more internationally with their festivals. Or, for example, another region is really to be closer to their festivals because it's opening discussions. Here, for example, for Edinburgh, because Edinburgh, they are supporting 11 major festivals, but next to them, there are also all these smaller festivals that they want to support. And so being part of the EFFE Seal was a way to do and to have this conversation. It's also to bring festivals at the forefront of cultural policies, because, yeah, as I said, it's not always the case. And then it's also very specific because there are a lot of festivals networks, a lot of cities networks, but there weren't networks mixing both. So this is something I think innovative with the EFFE Seal. So in 2023, we were very happy to have two cities from Bulgaria joining us. So here, Nico, I'm sorry, I upgraded you to deputy mayor to mayor, but who knows, tomorrow you will become the mayor of Veliko Tърново. Yeah. And here we have the person responsible for culture in Varna, Antonia, who was also signing the EFFE Seal. Quickly, another one of our projects, and Desi, present here, has mentioned it yesterday. It's this well-being workshop that happened in Varna in 2023. And we brought festival makers together to reflect on the importance of well-being. And this is something that is going to happen again next year, in 2026. We don't know yet the dates, but it's going to be a big moment because Varna International Music Festival is also going to celebrate its 100th anniversary. So we will combine this, and for sure you will all be invited. And so, just to conclude about this project, we invite you to read the EFFE Seal. I know that we had some city representatives also from Burgas with us yesterday, from Stara Zagora, from Plovdiv also. So it would be nice to see these cities joining us in the EFFE Seal. And really don't hesitate to reach out because we can put you in contact with other cities so that they can explain you what are the benefits of being part of this project. And then I have a very last project to present is the Festival Academy. So this is more about capacity building and training. It was part of EFFE, but this organization became independent in 2020. And they organize ateliers for young festival managers to become better managers of festivals and create their international network. This is done on a world level. So the ateliers are happening in countries all over the world, and the participants also come from all over the world. There's a call now that is open for the next atelier that is taking place in Chemnitz in Germany, which is going to be also European Capital of Culture in 2025. So if you're interested to be part of it, it's possible, and you can send your application until 31st of March 2025. And then we have another interesting opportunity that we launched together with the Festival Academy. It's what we call the placements. So these placements are open to young festival makers that want to have experience in festival making. And so we launch a call first to festivals that want to host these young festival makers among their festival. The minimum duration is 1 week. And then the idea is that this young festival maker is part of the production or the artistic team and is following a bit like what's happening. And then there's a call with all those festivals that have offered open positions to young festival makers so that they can then apply and select one of these festivals. So I think it's really interesting if you want to gain experience in a festival of your dream. And last but not least, for all these projects, we work with our collective members and also EFFE hubs. And so, reach out to them. And so here, reach out to Radostina, to Momshil, to Vasil if you have any questions, because they are our local contact points when it's up to all these projects. And if you need information, you can also reach out to us, to the European Festivals Association, but really don't hesitate to reach out to them. They would be very delighted to help you. And just to summarize quickly, so feel invited to come to the summit, if not this year, the next one in Budva. Take part in the ateliers of the Festival Academy. Try to candidate to EFFE, and also register on FestivalFinder. This is for free, and I think it's really useful, and it doesn't cost any time, just 10 minutes to register, and it doesn't cost any money. And if you have any questions, well, you can reach us. I took also some brochures that I'm going to put here in case you want to have a look and also dig a little bit deeper into our different activities. So, Blagodaria for your attention. And if you have any questions, I think we still have a little bit of time for a Q&A.
Thank you, Audrey, for this amazing presentation. By the way, I'm applying for one of these. I would like to open the floor. Извинявайте, сега ще мина на български. Прощавайте. Ако има въпроси, които бихте искали да зададете към Одри, имаме време преди следващата ни презентация да го направим. Може би някои от вас биха искали да се включат в нещо или имат конкретни въпроси към носители на тези лейбъли във връзка с бъдещото им желание да получат и те. Виждаме тук представители от Бургас и днес. Здравейте! Знам, че след малко и Стара Загора ще се включат в разговора. Варна са тук, Велико Търново. Така че има ли въпроси от публиката на този етап към Одри? Да, давам микрофон веднага.
Да, здравейте. Благодаря ви. Искам да ви питам за резиденциите. За какво е финансирането? Сумата, която давате, за какви разходи покрива?
Yeah, so the costs are actually to support the work of the emerging artists. But I just remove this because it's strange to have translation when speaking. So the cost is really to support the work of the emerging artists. So for example, it can cover a variety of different costs. So it can, for example, cover some travel expenses because the artist needs to move to one of the partner festivals. So this can be covered, travel expenses. If the artist needs some additional work regarding communication, like how to create a portfolio, how to make a video, a short video to show his work or her work on an international level. So it can also cover this. The only thing that EFFE is not really covering is the work of the festivals, of the team of the festivals. But everything that you think is directly contributing to the work of the emerging artists can be covered. And so...
including accommodation?
Including accommodation, yeah. Everything that serves the emerging artists, and for sure there's sometimes a need to travel and to be in these other countries for the artists. And so all these expenses, it can also cover per diem, for example, for the artists are part of it.
Благодаря. Дали има други въпроси от публиката? Видях, че крайните срокове на два от коловете, които са отворени сега, са в края на този месец. Преди малко споделиха, че кандидатстването не е прекалено сложно. Може би ако някой от вас изпитва интерес да кандидатства към някой от обявените, предвид кратките срокове, дали има нещо по-специфично, което трябва да се има предвид, когато се подава апликация?
Yeah, so the two deadlines that are coming on are for the Festival Academy, and no, it's easy process. So, for example, for the Atelier of Chemnitz, I think it's a form to fill in Google, and it's mostly about saying about your experience and your motivation in being part of this atelier. And for the placements, it's even easier because it's for example, if you are going to apply as a festival, it's explaining a bit what is your festival about and what would be the placement, the placement that you would offer. If it's rather production or if it's rather artistic, being part of the artistic team. So both of them are very easy. And for EFFE, this is going to be launched, the next fall is going to be launched in September. And so here you will have 2 months to be prepared. But I think there's going to be a first intro and networking session that is going to be organized somewhere in August to already prepare you, give you the useful information so that you're fully ready to start when the call is going to be open. By the way, if you want to be aware of all these information when the call is going to be launched, you can register to our newsletter or follow us on social media. We have different pages, for example, on Facebook for the European Festivals Association, but also for EFFE. So we invite you to follow there, or you can also reach out to the Bulgarian Festivals Association.
One further question. I'll say it in English this time. So the a festival that wants to host young festival makers, do they have to propose the person that they'd like to hire, or you facilitate the selection?
So what we do, so we're going to close this call end of March, so the festivals that are interested can apply. And then once this is done, there's a catalog that is made with all the festivals that are offering a position. And then this goes out to young festival makers. So we have a database of, we call them the alumni. Often it's the alumni of the Festival Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, and so then this call is open to the alumni. And so it's the alumni that then apply to the festival of their choice. And then there's an interview that is being done. So that they can meet the festival maker and the alumni, and then it happens. And I think last year we had some 15 placements that took place. But then, if you're interested also to propose someone that you know, it's also possible. But often, we don't know who is out there, and there are some people, I don't know, from Africa or from Latin America, and that want to come to festivals in Europe and the other way around. So young festival makers from Europe that want to have an experience in an African festival or a Latin American festival. So it's a very interesting exchange.
Yes, thank you, great.
Sorry, just to ask another question.
Само да дам микрофон.
So this course for managers is also paid, or it's free?
Yeah, it's paid. I think it's the amount is pretty expensive. It's
2,500 euros.
Yeah. But then you can also reach out to the Festival Academy, because they also work with some foundations that can help and support the people who need, because, for example, in some countries in Africa, it's impossible for them, and so they really work with organizations. And I know in the case in Bulgaria, it also, money can be an issue. So, really don't feel that money can be a barrier, but yeah, don't hesitate to apply, and then we can see if there's support that can come from somewhere.
And also about this program for exchange of specialists, you cover all the expenses that are needed for the person that comes to work for your festival, or if you want to go to work for another festival, it's also down to you to cover all the costs, I guess? Okay.
No, let me explain you. So for the festivals that are going to host a young festival maker, we ask them to give the accommodation, but usually this is something not too complicated because when the festival is running, you have plenty of artists, plenty of volunteers. So it can be, a room in an apartment with artists. So we ask the festival, the host, to provide accommodation, to provide local transport, to provide food and insurance, so that if there's any problem, that the person is covered. And then the young festival maker actually only needs to pay for the travel. But we also encourage the festivals who can offer the travel to the young festival maker to do it. But this is depending on case. And something new also, if there's possibility to offer a little per diem to the young festival maker. But the travel and this per diem is not something mandatory. So it's depending from one to another situation.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your question.
Ако мога само да отбележа във връзка с представянето на програма Творческа Европа вчера, беше споменато, че може да се кандидатства за мобилност, за покриване не само на транспортни разходи, но дневни, настаняване на физически лица. Тоест програма Творческа Европа също може да бъде подходяща, когато искате да направите тази стъпка съответно. Просто исках да го спомена. Дали има някакъв друг въпрос от публиката, преди да преминем към следващата презентация или въпрос? Аз със сигурност искам да попитам за културните мениджъри, тъй като започнаха да се организират и тук немалко такива workshop за развиване на капацитета на културни мениджъри и според мен това е много ключово. Когато казвате млади културни мениджъри, тъй като по-рано споменахте, че възрастта е по-скоро, разтегливо понятие във вашите разбирания, дали има възрастово ограничение тук?
No, there's no age limit neither for these projects. So we also have young festival managers that are 40, 50, sometimes more, and so really feel invited to apply. And it's good that you mentioned Creative Europe because indeed, for example, one of the funding stream as the Cultural Moves Europe can definitely support you in one of these opportunities to develop your career, to develop your network. I would never insist too much on saying it's important to build your network and to have an international network to tap into when you're into festival making.
Също така, ако позволите да добавя, вчера Наталия спомена EIT, програма, която включва културни и творчески индустрии, която е отворена до април месец, средата, може би и техният бюджет е 7 милиона. Тоест, според мен, аз бих насърчила поне да се възползваме това, което и вчера Наталия подчерта много ясно, че разбира се, може да има различни варианти на това да откриваме финансова подкрепа. Било то от частни спонсори или от подобен тип отворени покани, като мисля, че тук кандидатстването е по-лесно, при EIT мъничко по-трудно. Не знам дали някой от вас има опит в кандидатстването по техните програми. Не, това е чудесен повод да направим едно обучение във връзка с EIT, може би.
We also don't have experience with EIT, so you see, it's not for everybody, it's the same for many people. I think it's something also new, this EIT funding stream for
culture and creativity. Добре, за да съм сигурна, че сме обхванали всички въпроси, които са настъпили от ваша страна, за последно се оглеждам в залата да видя дали някой би желал да се включи. Само искам да обърна внимание, че това, което спомена Одри малко по-рано, което се случи във Варна, този двудневен семинар за well-being, където присъстваха различни организатори на фестивали. Аз също бях част от събитието. Искам да кажа, че това беше много благодатно събитие във връзка с това, че обменихме много международен опит и беше свързано не само с публиките, до които достигаме, но и до благосъстоянието на хората, които го организират. Вчера заместник министъра по културата каза: виждам, че вие посвещавате живота си на това и го превръщате във ваша професия. Смятам напълно нормално, ние наистина посвещаваме живота си на това, но е важно и да се запазим психически здрави. По един или друг начин няма как някой да отрече в залата. Сигурна съм, че има своите предизвикателства и именно това събитие, което разбирам, имаме представители от Варна, ще се случи в рамките на 100 годишнината на музикалния фестивал следващата година. Аз лично ви насърчавам да следите, защото като участник в това събитие трябва да кажа, казвам пред замквета на Варна, пред тези градове, това беше изключително ценно събитие, което Европейската фестивална асоциация направи в града ни и беше прекрасно, че се включиха толкова много различни представители и от фестивали, и организатори, но и участници от община Варна, което според мен допринесе много за разговора. Спирам, с това заключвам темата. Много искам да благодаря на Одри за тази презентация. Тя ще остане тук още известно време, така че в неформални разговори, моля, приближете се, задайте въпрос, ако някакъв такъв е настъпил и ние ще споделим нейната презентация с вас, за да сме сигурни, че информацията, която беше представена, може да имате под ръка и да използвате във всеки удобен момент. Много благодаря, Одри.
Sure. I will say Agustina already has the PowerPoint and yeah, I would be happy to continue to answer your questions if you have any. Благодаря.